October 3rd of 22. This is my indoor grow area. I've got, I don't know, over 100 palms in here. Most of them are small, 1 gallon or less, some bigger, lots of seedlings. But this is where I grow palms during the winter, and I've got lots of grow lights. Got a nice little seedling grow area set up over here. But I've got lots of these LED grow lights. I got them all off Amazon. And these are my favorite ones, Mars Hydro. These are new for this year. This is the first pair I bought. I bought those in 2020. They've been working great for the last 2 years. They consume 100 watts, and even though these are a different model, they consume the same, and their light output is just about the same. So those were like $100 a piece. This newer model is, I think, $80 or $90 a piece. So they're not cheap, but they're not bad. I also have a bunch of these real cheap ones. I think they're like 40 or 50 bucks a pair. Surwing. There's another brand called WZ Dragon, but the label back here is the exact same. They're the same thing. And looking online, I believe most plants, to include palms, want a minimum of 500 to 600 ppfd. What does that stand for? Particle photon flux density. So it's just a measurement of how many photons hit a given point in a given time period. It's a measurement of how bright light is, right? So there's an app called Photon. From what I could read online, this is the best app for this purpose. So let's start with a cheap one. If we come right within, I'm like 3 inches from that thing, 258. If you get up real close, you can maybe get 300 ppfd. So not cutting the mustard at all. These Mars Hydro, though, come down 8 inches down, and look, we are over 600. So, and then if you come up within like 4 inches, you're up close to 1,000. So that's really good, and I think that's plenty of light for any palm. However, these cheap ones, even though they're not good for bigger stuff, I think they're okay for some stuff. This Liticarium honii, it does not want full sun. It'll burn it if it gets too much light. So I think it's okay for that. Another area where I think those cheap ones are useful is my little seedling rack. So I've got lots of seedlings. Let's see, Butea Camidori radicalis, Trachycarpus fortunei, there's some Sable miamiensis, more sables, lots of different stuff, Camarops. Anyway, who cares? Most of the seedlings are up real close, and I think it seems to work fine. I did this last year and it worked pretty well. So it works fine for those, but for the bigger stuff, especially when it's at varying heights, because this stuff is not all right up close. Some of it is down, you know, a foot below the light. You got to have these high power lights. So I need to go through and replace some of the cheaper ones that I've got with some of the more high power lights. If you're just growing a few palms, maybe not worth it, but I take this hobby pretty serious, so I think it's worth it. The other thing I wanted to mention, these things put off a lot of heat. It's okay during the winter time because you're heating your house anyway, and the excess heat that these generate, just a little less strain on your heating unit, maybe, in theory. I don't know, but kind of sucks running them in the summertime. So I normally don't run these in the summertime because they do put out a lot of heat. During the summertime, most of my palms are all outside actually. So anyway, that's all I know about grow lights, and if you know something I don't know, hey, please tell me, because I'm new to this and I'm learning. Thanks.